Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the superstar, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan.
Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Sri Amitabh Bachchan, Right Honorable Keith Vaz, Member of Parliament in the British Parliament, his wife Maria, Captain Maya, distinguished guests in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. I feel deeply humbled by all the wonderful accolades that have been spoken today by the Honourable Chief Minister and the Right Honourable Mr. Keith Vaz. May I just thank them deeply for this, and also say that I feel extremely uncomfortable on hearing such wonderful words. I know that I am most certainly not deserving of these accolades, but I do want to thank you immensely for your kind words. I also feel very privileged to be here today, to be present at the launch of the first mobile unit for testing diabetes, to the kind offices of not just Mr. Keith Vaz, but the institution that he runs, the Silver Star. Mr. Keith Vaz has been a personal friend and a very dear friend of ours. And ever since I first visited Leicester in England on a private occasion, we have come to know each other somewhat closely. And I've always found him to be an extremely warm, generous-hearted gentleman. Thank you, Keith, for this wonderful management that you've done for today's event. It is always a dream and always a pleasure to be in Goa. I first came to Goa in the year 1969, and that was the beginning of my career. It was the film South Hindustani. It was made by Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, and we shot the film here. And ever since then, there have been an endless number of occasions when I have been here on work, shooting several of my films, and enjoying the warmth, the energy, and the love and affection of the people of this wonderful state, Goa. I do want to thank them today personally for all your affection and the love that you have shown me, and for this wonderful welcome that you have offered me today. There are some very, very warm-hearted people in this lovely state of Goa, and I can never ever forget the amount of consideration, the prayers and the affection that you have always shown to my family and me during many, many episodes of ours when we have been in dire circumstances. We have a the oldest fan that I can ever remember, and she's here with us today. I really, but ever since 1982, when I had my accident in Cooley, apart from the brilliant job that was done by the doctors at Breach Candy Hospital, there was another force that worked towards my recovery, and that was the prayers and good wishes of the people of this country. And I have always taken that as a very big debt. Diabetes has been an ailment that is somewhat hidden, but it is pretty dangerous. I associate myself with a lot of the medical charities, and I always said to myself that I'm happy that I was fortunate enough to be in a situation to have the means to get my treatment done. But I know that there are millions and millions of my countrymen that do not possess similar means and are unable to get the kind of professional good help that any kind of ailment requires. Any and anything that I can do towards this cause, I shall be more than willing to do it, and I hope that this very small contribution of 11 lakhs that I have just announced goes a long way in contributing towards eradication of any kind of ailment that our common humans suffer. I read a report some time back before coming here that every sixth individual in India, every sixth Indian suffers from diabetes. And in the universe, they say that every sixth individual is an Indian. So you can well imagine the number of people that are afflicted by diabetes. And many of us are unaware that this disease actually exists within us. And as Mr. Keithwas was just explaining, he himself was unaware that he was suffering from diabetes until he went around and tested it. I'm really, really happy that we have decided to launch this vehicle, this mobile unit here in Goa, as a first for the country. And I hope that many of you will take benefit of this wonderful facility. And those of you who are having deep pockets and have generous hearts and minds, do open them up towards this very noble charity and make sure that many, many more individuals benefit from this. We had a wonderful question in the press conference from one of the journalists who said, just one unit in this entire state is not going to be sufficient enough. But I said, I think it's important to take that very first important step. It can be small, but at least we've taken a step. And as we go along, I hope that the people of Goa will put their might behind this very small step and make it into many, many larger steps so that a larger section of our society can benefit from it. I'm deeply indebted to Mr. Keithwas for all his generosity and to the Chief Minister of Goa for his kind help and his kind words to me. I do hope that I will keep coming here and again, not necessarily for the lovely climate and the wonderful atmosphere that Goa provides me, but hopefully to be able to lend a hand towards any social cause that Goa may require. May I make a pledge today that if ever my services are required and needed for any kind of social work, Chief Minister, please count me in on that. I shall be more than happy to do that. Thank you so much for your very warm welcome, and thank you for your love.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's a big round of applause for guest of honor and the passion patron, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Thank you, sir.
Okay, please, sir. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are unveiling the first of its kind, the Silver Star Mobile Diabetes Unit. A big round of applause.
Amitabh ji,